Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone today? I am coming up on my 4th week on the keto eating style, and I kind of wanted to give you guys an update, and I wanted to share with you my 5 favorite things about being in ketosis and eating a ketogenic way. The first thing I want to share with you is the mood enhancement that you get when you're eating this way. I haven't looked into all the science of this, and trust me, I've done a lot of research on other parts of this, but I personally have noticed that I am more game to do crazy stuff. I am more cheerful on a daily basis. I'm singing Disney songs along with the hubs a whole lot more. Just in general, I'm not as grouchy and crabby and hangry as I used to be. So that is an absolutely lovely side effect of all of this. The second thing kind of goes hand in hand with that. There's increased energy that you get when you eat this way. When you don't have all those carbohydrates in your body weighing you down and making you sluggish and blocking your brain power or whatever it is that they do. You definitely have a lot more energy going on. You know, I wake up in the morning and I have my fatty coffee, and then usually I have some sort of a snack. This morning it was just 4 strips of thick cut bacon. I love my bacon. And then I just eat lunch whenever I feel like it. My lunch today consisted of some sliced capicola sausage and some smoked provolone cheese. It was wonderful. Had some water and some Zevia pink grapefruit soda. It was wonderful. No carbs in the soda. It's very, very good stuff. I recommend it. I get mine at Lucky's Market. So yeah, lots of energy from very, very little food. You know, when you're feeling down, I just grab a spoonful of coconut oil and swish it around in my mouth and swallow it, and my energy ends up picking up. So it's a very, very fast energy once you finally get into ketosis and you start becoming fat adapted. It's, you know, coconut oil tastes very, very good. If you don't want to do the coconut oil, grab yourself a piece of cheese. You know, it's a much easier way to get through that afternoon slump than getting yourself a giant fatty Starbucks coffee. So along with that is my 3rd favorite thing. You have less of an appetite. Before I started eating keto, I've always had a lot of blood sugar issues. I've always been borderline diabetic. When I was pregnant almost 11 years ago, I was very gestationally diabetic. It was horrible. I had hyperemesis as well. I was throwing up 10, 12 times a day. It was a bad time for me. But ever since then, I've been kind of teetering on the edge of diabetes, and I've been half fighting it and then half just kind of giving up and letting myself get fat. So I'm done with that. But it would be when I would get hungry, my stomach wouldn't growl, my sugar would bottom out, and I'd get shaky, and I'd get nauseous, and sometimes I would puke. And, you know, the hubs can attest to this, that there's times, I mean, the day he proposed to me, I was so excited, and I was so happy with life, I didn't eat anything. And then overnight, my blood sugar dropped, and I woke up at 5 o'clock the day after my husband proposed to me, throwing up all over the place. And, you know, he had to take care of me. So I guess it was a good introduction to what life with me could possibly be like. But, you know, I don't have to live that way anymore because I have less of an appetite, and the hunger cues that I get now are different. Like, you know, my stomach still doesn't growl, but it's just kind of like my body tells me, hey, you want to eat something. And it's not the urgent, shaky, sweaty, you're going to pass out or puke if you don't eat something. It's just, hey, you're hungry, go eat something. Just something. It's okay. So I really like that side effect too. All right, on to number 4. Before I started eating this way, I had a problem with binge eating, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. I would eat entire pound bags of M&Ms in one sitting and not realize I had done it until I was done with it, until there was nothing more in front of me. I would binge on stuff that some people don't even view as technically food, but, you know, edible stuff, not poison or paint chips or weird stuff like that. But I haven't had a single binge since I started eating this way. I don't even want to. I don't even really have cravings for any of the sugary, carby, cakey things that I used to eat all the time. I did have one one issue. I was at my nephew's birthday, and I was sitting in front of the cupcakes, which, you know, had it been pre-keto Leah, I would have been licking the icing off of the cupcakes right before I handed it to the kids, but I was fine. I didn't want any of it. And then my nephew's like, hey, Aunt Leah, can I have another cupcake? So I grabbed one and I handed it to him, and I had a smear of chocolate frosting on my finger. And it's just the most natural thing in the world to lick the frosting off. And so I'm sitting there staring at the frosting on my hand, and my mother noticed, and she's like, Leah, don't do it. Don't you do it. And really, that was the only issue I've had where I really had to sit and talk myself out of putting something in my mouth that I really didn't want to at that point. And I think a lot of the lack of cravings is that mentally and emotionally, I've finally gotten to the point where, no, I'm not going to harm myself with food anymore. And yes, I am going to repair my relationship with food. And I'm going to get to a point where food is fuel to me and not a friend. So mentally I'm there, and it's like, you know, I smelled fresh baked bread in the grocery store the other day, and yes, it smelled very good, and yes, I walked very fast past it, but it wasn't because I wanted to walk over there and tear into it. It was because I didn't want to start having that issue. It was because I didn't have it and I didn't want to encourage it. So I just walked away. And the last thing that is awesome about my first month on ketosis is the weight loss. This is, you know, I'm going to say I want to get healthy, but we all know the superficial, shallow reason for why I started this is because I want to, nay, I need to lose weight. And so I am over 10 pounds down in under a month, and I am incredibly pleased with that. And these are 10 true pounds. These are not binging one night and going up 5 pounds and then losing 3 pounds of water weight 2 days later. This is 10 steady pounds where I can step on the scale at any time of the day and still see that weight off. So I'm very excited about that, and I'm sure you can see in the description of the video, I am a perfectly posh independent consultant, and I made myself a little reward here, and I'll get it so you can read it. It says, hey Leah, this can be yours for only 10 pounds. Get it, suck it up. And this is a very popular product right now. I got it in my new consultant kit when I signed up. It's called Hips Don't Lie, and it is a caffeinated body cream. It says this is perfection, and this is going to help me tighten and firm my skin. Now, I have a lot of weight that I would like to lose, excuse me. And being as overweight as I am and being 36 years old, I do not expect to have a firm, tight, you know, fitness model body when I finally do lose all of this weight. So I'm assuming that some skin tightening products like this are going to assist me quite a bit, and I figure I'm going to start using it now. But I wanted my first reward to be something that I really, really want to use. I really can't wait to try this. And if you want to look, I have not even opened it yet because it's not my official weigh-in until tomorrow. And so I have not officially documented that I have hit that 10-pound mark. And I'm staying true to my resolutions and the things that I tell myself. And I need to wait until I have officially recorded my weights until I celebrate them. No counting my chickens before they hatch and all that fun, incorrectly said saying. So, yes, those are my 5 favorite things that's been going on since I started on the keto eating plan. I don't know, call it a diet, a lifestyle. It's definitely something that I'm not going to be doing temporarily. It's got so many bonuses and benefits in my life already. I don't see myself going back to the way I used to eat and fuel my body, because food hangovers are real and they suck. And I don't get those anymore. So, whoop, whoop. I wish you all an absolutely lovely, lovely day. Thank you so much for watching. Please sub me because I need friends. I'm honest. Thanks, guys. Bye.